Every session on Alpha has food, a talk, and small group discussion. The food's gonna look different from one Alpha to the next, but however you do it, you'll find that it's the best way to set the stage for life-changing conversations. First, food helps to build relationships. Alpha's all about building relationships and creating an environment where people feel free to be themselves as they have conversations about life, faith, and God. There's something special about food that helps to break the ice and pull people together in a natural way. I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding before where you're seated with people you don't know very well. The conversation is always weak at first, but as soon as you have some food in front of you, conversations begin to flow. It's so much more than just filling your stomach. Food helps to build relationships. The time for food on Alpha is often where walls come down and people feel like a part of the group. I always encourage small group hosts and helpers to stay away from the more serious conversations and allow that to take place during the space created for discussion after the talks. The second reason for food is that it makes it easy for a guest to say yes to an invitation to come to Alpha. Let's be real, people love food. I know I love food. And practically speaking, no matter how busy you are, everyone has to eat. So by offering a meal, we make it just a little bit easier for people to make room in their schedule for Alpha. For me, inviting someone to something like Alpha can feel intimidating, but I found that inviting someone to come have a bite to eat, hear a talk, and then chat about it is a great place to start. For some people, just to offer some free food is enough to show up. And when the food is good, people usually come back and maybe even bring a friend. We've learned that food is essential, but will look different depending on who you're serving, when it's happening, and what resources you have. When we do Alpha at our church on Wednesday nights, we serve a full meal for all the guests. We have a team of volunteers that prepare the meals every week. But when we do Alpha with high school students that meet in classrooms over lunch or after school, it looks a lot different. Sometimes we order pizza or do something simple like chips and pop. I want to give you a few of my top tips for food on Alpha. Number 1, build a team to help. Find some people that are passionate about food and hospitality and get them involved. Tip number 2, if possible, offer the meal for free so that cost doesn't turn anyone away from coming. Number 3, get creative with how to cover the expenses. If you're not able to cover all the costs, you could invite guests to give an optional donation or see if there are other people in your church that could donate money or help with the meal prep. I love what they did at Ben's church. They had different volunteers take turns paying for or preparing the meal for that week's Alpha. Finally, tip number 4, have fun with it. Food is a big part of creating a fun and warm environment. But remember, you don't necessarily need a big budget to find fun ways to make the meal special. Take some time right now. Think of who you could invite to lead and be a part of the team of people who will be in charge of food. Be creative and have fun as you find ways to make food an essential part of your Alpha experience.